sifu.
Okay, first things first. Essential moves for the run through. So, our essential moves that we want. We're going to want weapon catch, pushback cancel, ground counter, environmental mastery, chasing strikes, crooked foot optionally. We don't need duck strike or any of that. We're going to be avoiding as much damage as possible, trying to. And then chasing trip. This is probably the one that you would want the absolute most. This absolutely bullies most bosses when you can get into it. When you get the push off. And then raining strikes. So I'd say raining strikes and chasing strikes and kicks are the go-to to start for the game. Essentials. Slide kick maybe if you feel like it, but we're going to start right off at the squats. Now, because of the update for the game, the way that the game goes now is it saves not only progress, but shrines. So what we want to do is we want to get to the 4th level and have the perfect parry bar filled up completely. That's how you beat the game mainly under 25. You have to master most of the bosses, but what we want to do is have that for Yang, and that will come into play later. Now, we are going to do the long run for the first 2 levels because of the XP that you get from the level multiplier. That's what we want to do. We want to be there as early as possible for Yang, and maybe a couple extra on regarding structure and focus for a specific boss, but we'll get there. Take these guys out in succession. First level's really easy. Okay. Now it's best to save the deaths for the last possible boss. You want to have as much as possible for that boss. Because if you're going for this particular achievement is a little tad bit difficult. I usually run right to the right, pick up a bottle, with this guy right here. That way you don't get any bottles thrown at you if you don't have the ability. Wouldn't advise the same strategy for later on in the game. You're going to want to spread out as much as possible. We're going to get rid of these guys completely. I remember in the trailer they had a guy with a machete in the hallway at the end over here. Oddly enough, he's gone. I wonder if it was too early for enemies for that kind of shit. Now, if you were wanting to go for a speed run of this game, you wouldn't be doing any takedowns. That's just a given. When you knock them down on the ground, usually just want to kick them, get them to go low as possible. Okay. What I like to do for this ambush part that comes up is I toss them off the ledge. Just perfect parry him and knock him off the ledge completely. What you want to go for. That can't be. keep it quiet for the first few. She's gonna come in, which is optional. Really abuse the shit out of that grab throw if you can. Kick this at her, she drops her bottle, get some free hits in, sweep, sweep. Again, and he's done. See, I should have killed her there.
Not so tough after all.
Kicker. Alright, not optimal health for the next part, but it's okay. If all goes well for the round, then we can just toss them right off the ledge. Okay, we want to hit here. We'll grab some structure again while we can.
Came to the wrong place, Pat.
Yeah, you want to kick these guys as much as possible. That grab can be canceled out with a sweep. We want to keep that multiplier up as much as possible. Throwing in those taunts could work pretty well too. Just aggroes the enemies or just killing them basically. Definitely pick up a metal pipe. Don't want that for this next part.
How the fuck you get in here?
Rush right in and just start hitting them very hard. Let the other one throw his punches. Just like that, he's done. He's done. And we're already at 3,500 multiplier times 5. So we're going to go into focus regain as well. We'll focus on structure on the next couple of levels. Now we are going to go for the ending of under 25. And this is going to be a non-spare run. This is going to be a kill the bosses run. The spare run will come another time. That's pretty much played the same way, just with a little bit more aggro. So I like to just take out a couple of these guys because they're going to be lined up here, and then they're free kills in case you're a little low on health or whatever. Smack. And then for this third guy, you just want to throw it at him and get them all just come up on this bridge. So you can kick them down and you can throw them over the ledge. That's what we want. Throw this at him. He's hurt, his posture's broken, so we want to start at the beginning of the stairs at the top. This is where they're gonna come from. Rapido. I must have not gotten their attention.
You're sure about that?
Alright.
No freaking way!
Pick up a weapon, run right back up those stairs. We're gonna be taking a lot of structure hits here, for perfect hits. 1, 2, throw them off. 1, 2, 1, 2, throw them off. 1.
Holy shit!
1. He should have flew down the stairs. He goes off. He goes off. And we're at that multiplier. So if we stay at a good enough multiplier, by the time we get through here, we could be at 5,000, and we could have our first structural parry increase. Just kick the shit at him if you have that skill. If not, throw something at him. Works the same. Alright. Even though we only hit that guy one fucking time, we're still gonna pick up a new stick. Stop here. First upgrade, 4,000. So we have all 3 red slots bought in the first part. This is why running through the first part is essential. I forgot to pick up a new stick. That's fine. So we're gonna run right through here. He's always gonna come in with this kick. He always comes in with this kick, so just get ready. And you're pretty much just gonna spam block on this guy, or spam dodge. Just left, right, anytime you see him move. If you keep him in the corners, he'll get pressure-matic. Sooner or later, he'll start doing sweeps on you. Hitting this boss is going to be key. Okay, just like that. It's fine if you lose a little health. Alright, for the next phase, he's going to jump right out at you. Same thing like the kick. Just dodge. I like to sweep him and then just run over, pick up a stick so I can do a little bit of something to him. And you'll do more to him than he can do to you. Start hitting him heavy. Break that fucking posture, man. I mean, honestly, at this point, you could really just play it how you want. You just gotta hit him, really. He's down, and that's pretty much all it is. Just pick up a stick, go in there, just, you know, start putting the beats on him. Now, after the club phase, which we're going to run through and try not to die, this one's a bit more difficult. It takes a little bit more skill than the first level, obviously. But We're going to do it for the XP and the massive amount of tinier bosses that give you much more multiplier when you beat them. Because currently, we're going in with 1-1-1. We want to match that. We're going to go 1-1-1 through the whole level. I wouldn't recommend running the full level for Kuroki. You're pretty much guaranteed to lose a life or two. Unless, you know, you're perfect. I can run through it, but I wouldn't recommend it to people trying to go for the for the trophy.
Forget about it. If you're not on the list, you're not getting inside.
Private party. Back off now.
Yeah?
This place will crush you.
One more kick. He's done. This one will throw a few triple jabs at you. It's all good. Save the baseball bat for the next room. And we're gonna go in with a baseball bat and absolutely slaughter at least half of them with this baseball bat. And typically I hit the chick and go right for this guy in the middle. Take him out very quickly. You can almost tell who's the weaker enemies. Get a little close to the stairs for the parries. You want to be able to throw their asses down when they fuck up. Don't be on the stairs. Throw them down. See? Does hella damage. And for her, just kick her in her shit. You just gotta mix up combos for these guys, really. Put the beats on them, the absolute beats. Alright, and because of what we're doing and how we're doing this, we will come and do this one. Okay? But we're gonna do this one majorly for this one. You want this one just in case. Because you're doing a lot of dodging for Sean. A lot of dodging and punishing. Bottle? He wasn't a boss that time. That's why I really enjoy the sweep. It works fantastic. Now there's a shit ton of bottles in this area that you can just abuse. Now this one's gonna be the one that has the little advanced shit on him, so we're just gonna kill him. This next one has the chance of being one of the amplified enemies. So what I like to do is run up here, hit one with a bottle, immediately get her, kick the bottle at him, make sure it hits him. And what we're gonna do is just fucking dodge right next to this thing. We want him to throw a regular punch. And we toss him right over. And we skip all of that. Balcony technique is very much recommended for a lot of these. That's why there's a lot of balconies here. Like, recommend it here. And toss him the fuck off. For her, just bop, 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 bop. She's done. For this next part, you want to save a sweep. You just want to sweep one of these guys, pretty much, whatever one it focuses on. Strong sweep them, go up to the other one, just spam heavy on them. You won't get grabbed, promise. He's done. Quick, just like that. Now the next one, let him get close to you. Your tool will break, but that's okay. You can kill him very easily, see? Pick up the stick. Now for this next part, the reason why you want to bring the stick is because you're jumping down into the pit. And better with a weapon than without when you're playing sifu. We're going to trade this out for a bottle for the easy kill. One. Right there. And you can actually cheese this if you want. Eventually they will jump over and start doing crazy kicks and stuff. Like I said, the environment is what you want, and I just wasted that, but that's okay. Because there's a baseball bat here. Okay, keep the bat. For the extra build, honestly, I would just... We're saving the bat mainly for the other guy. So we're gonna jump right down, take care of the light enemies. Sweet fatty. Focus this guy. So that's more or less the perfect scenario. That's how you run through that. Now this boss has got two things that he'll do to you. He'll sweep, and he'll pretty much do the same 1, 2, 3 as all the regular enemies. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't waste meter on him, but just for the sake of the walkthrough, we're gonna waste meter and aggro him. That's the sweep. So next he's gonna go 1, 2, 3. And we want to toss him, kick him when he's down. He'll get right back up. Now, if it looks like that, you want to dodge high. 1, 2. This is why ground counter is amazing. 3. And he's done. Wait for your opportunities. Count your steps. It's 1, 2, 3. Now this is completely optional. For the score, if you want, it's not necessary because we can already go here and get our structure. And by the time we get to our last shrine, we're guaranteed to have 5. So we're going to keep doing all of this.
Above this door are the 3 trials. I'm ready. Step through the door.
Now for here, if you just want to do it easy, you can. I really enjoy the combat aspect around these places, so I usually just fight the people, but I'll run up to the balcony and just try to make it a balcony thing. Oh, by the way, if you run through the door and hit someone immediately, you kill them. Alright, so don't run, dodge. So get up there, and we want to be next to a balcony, just like how we are. Just right here. And we can keep moving. There's more balconies. Smaller the area, the harder it is, though. This is what we want, ideally. That's a first. Didn't know they could hit you with shit up there. We'll get a good amount of our health back here from the remaining enemies. Make sure you have great spatial awareness of what the fuck is going on around you. And see, that 5,000 is right there. Now, she's optional. You can fight her if you want, but realistically, now we're just going to fight the enemies that we need to get through the level. And then we're going to beat Sean without dying whatsoever, because he's the easiest damn boss in the game. Alright, we're going to take our weapon. We're going to run. Throw. Throw. We just want to handle them as quick as possible. Same thing with these next two. First opportunity you get to throw one of them off a ledge. Do that shit to create the distance. They both tend to swarm, and you have to navigate around. But the best thing to do is wait for one to throw something at you and push them right off this little ledge. That'll be over here. They'll take extreme structure damage. Usually breaks one of them. You can get a cheap hit in on one of them if you do it like that. But what I'm talking about is right here. We want 2, 3. We want to fucking throw them. 1, 2, 3. We want to toss his ass. 1, 2, 3. Toss his ass. 1, 2, 3. Toss his ass. Look at that. You can even sneak in a couple hits before you even have to put him down. The key is to push those two away. You want to push one away after you do something with them, or throw them off. Alright, so we're going to go in with the bow staff, and we're going to be annoying to Sean. 1, 2, 3. See, we're breaking his posture very quickly. Right when you start to get low, that's when you want to start regaining it. Go ahead and just let him do it. Now, there's a way to do this without the staff, but I'm trying to help people do it the easier way. If you go in with the staff, as opposed to without, it's a little bit different. So, I'm without the staff now. And what I'm going to go for is extreme punishes. So it's going to look something like this. On rinse and repeat. Sweep, down, down, over and over again. can pick a stick back up if you want. They break that posture a lot quicker. Alright, for this phase of Sean, he only switches up a tiny bit, really. He'll add in a little sweep that he likes to spam here and there. You just gotta watch him do it overhead. We're just gonna continuously rinse and repeat this cycle with Sean. You can use your focus meter if you want. He comes right in for it every time. And that's Sean. This level people have a lot of trouble with, and it can be frankly a very annoying level to deal with. So, we're going to go right to the boss, and we're going to start cranking out structure and maybe some weapon damage if we can crank that out too. But we are not using focus. We're not putting anything into focus really.
It was foolish of you to come here.
Trip him, pick up his knife, let this guy come up, stab him, pick his bat up, sweeps this guy out, bad. Yep. Cut right to the left, we're gonna go right to Kuroki. Now her first phase is fundamentally more difficult than her last, which is a little bit more intricate and takes a little bit more timing, but there is a good strategy around it. Beat these guys up immediately. It doesn't matter, as long as you don't die, just beat them up.
Regrets now?
We're gonna take his knife.
You stay there.
Kill the guy with the bat. Kill him, pick up the bat. make sure you go into this fight with a bat in the first phase. You're going to be cracking her in her cranium a lot. We don't have high weapon durability, so normally I would say perfect parry her. Because she just throws a ton of fucking attacks. You just sit there like kind of like Sekiro and just hit L1 a bunch of times. So we could do this, but we're actually not going to. We're actually just going to go to structure. Do a little bit different. Now it's just important that you don't drop the bat. As soon as she comes in, overhead. Be careful on the repost. You can get one hit in on her. So you can sneak in quite a few hits here, but this is what I mean by parrying. And see that structure bar? It's already incredibly low. She does 2 lows, and then she proceeds to do a high. So now we just wait for our real opening. And if she comes in with that fast attack, that's fine. Just make sure you go low, here. We're gonna get up on her. She's gonna do a fast attack towards me. Interesting. That's not what I was expecting. She's really not a problem, honestly. Here you go, low, low, low. Side, hit, chase her, kick her while she's down. Instead of reposting her right up next to you. And then here it comes. You want to go pop, 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 pop. It'll take a little bit of damage there. Now we're gonna hit the repost because we know it's a guaranteed there. Alright, next phase. She's gonna come in with a barrage of hits. We're gonna just pop, 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 pop with her. Pop, 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 pop. She's coming for a run. Hit her. Repost. Kick her while she's down. Let her get up. Ice strike. Catch every single one of these. Do not let her chip you away with that bullshit. See the bright light? Click it. Get the perfect parry. That's what we want. Ideally, she's probably gonna start running towards us here. Yeah, she's gonna start attacking with her barrage. She's gonna come in for a run. Dodge that. Repost. Kick. Let her get up. And that's Croaky. Now, there are different ways and different endings. There's 2 separate endings. Now, sparing bosses is not the easiest task. You quite literally have to beat them, let them regain their stance, and then not touch them, usually, unless you map the fight out correctly. So, I'll do a how-to spare, and beat it under 25 if possible. But our biggest concern is staying at 20 years old all the way up until Yang. We want to stay 20 until Yang. We want to have at least 1 to 3 attempts. So, yeah, we'll get 2 attempts, realistically. So you can die twice to him. You're going to have to play it through real smart. Now, this part starts to get a little tricky as well. There's specific enemies lined up in a certain manner. But if you have certain things unlocked, it doesn't become problematic for you. Not in the slightest.
Welcome, sir. She's waiting for you.
See, 222. We do want that parry impact at like 3. Because we're going to be blocking Yang a lot. And if you can't, at least keep it at 2 if you can. Something's better than nothing. And just for regular enemies as well. It helps with the run through. Get those perfect parries into those grabs, it's devastating. You can get quick kills in quick succession.
I'm engaging the target.
So these guys are going to come in, immediately just bombard them. Kick this guy, he's dead. Knife lady, we're going to get rid of her, like, quick. We don't want that person to pick that knife up. Throw the enemies and repost them back into each other if you have to. Gives you a second to chill. Breathing room. That's what I mean by the throw. Just start throwing the shit out of them. Throw them into the walls, throw them over balconies. Really just utilize the quickest way to not have to take damage. Even if you eat a little, to gain a little. That's how the game works. Now, I didn't mention, pick up the knife. You want to get over to this edge of this tile square and just stab her right in the back. Like a bad friend. Structure. We're going to go structure. We need full structure for Yang. That's like a given. We really do need that. Luckily, every shrine gives that to you. And we're going to do that for this last one. Now, we could run through the whole level before Yang and realistically acquire that last third one. And it's not an atrociously difficult level. Alright, this part. Guy drops in over here. We want to get the knife from the other enemy. Right about now is when those other people should be coming in. The difficult enemies. The girl, the guy, and the other person with the knife. Now, when you're flipping over these ledges and shit, you gotta be super mindful. So, she's here. Grab her knife. Flip over here. It doesn't matter which one comes to you first. See what I mean by the dodge? It's very, very useful. So we really want to get in the corner and bait these guys as hard as we can. We need to get this knife out. Avoid the girl. Stay in the corner if you can. They're giving me a little bit of a difficult time right now. Okay, so she's doing her attack so I can prime mine. Now it's all about who comes up first. Big guy goes down quick. Alright. Now for her. We don't really want to fuck around and dick around with her. We just really want to take her down quick. We might get a repost. Yeah, we get a repost here. We're just gonna keep kicking her and break her fucking structure completely. Don't worry about the knife or the next enemy with the staff because the whole room is filled with damn weapons. So it's pretty easy to one-shot her. Considering two of the major enemies that give you a hard time on the way here have a monologue. Every evil person has a fucking monologue. Pick up the knife, go up to her, stab her. She's done just like that. Completely finished. Go right. We're gonna drop down, trust the process, let the bell ring first. I've had this happen to me before where the bell threw me completely off. Not the force of it, but I just couldn't see anything. Stay close to the walls. I try not to do the finishers in the dark like that. You wind up on the corner and edge really easily. It's very easy to dodge off. Wind up at the boss fight accidentally. We're gonna drop down, down, down. Now, we have some options here for focus and structure regain. We probably are going to go with the structure regain. We will be dodging a little bit of Yang, but we're going to be doing more fighting than anything. Now, for this boss is very 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to get the repost on her regularly. We're going to punish the shit out of this boss.
You want revenge. And to restore that which
So typically what I do, I let her throw that first one. Even if she misses, get close enough so she can get the 1, 2, 3. And you want to just come in and hit her. So you can interrupt it. The repost does a ridiculous amount of damage. Repost about here, so you can 1, 2, 3. Go in for the kick. She's gonna repost always. Now she's doing it slow. Get up about here, so you can get the 1. Right about here. 1, 2, 3. Rinse and repeat. Now, she is going to be an asshole a lot of the time. But you can hit her. So, yeah, we want to be about here for her. So she's doing her slow swings. And that kick right there, that forward kick, is what we're always going to lean into. 1, 2, 3. And you can just land that kick from so far, and it just punishes her. Now this glow, you can't parry that, or you have to dodge it. Otherwise she's gonna do you real dirty. Alright, so you want to stand here and get our 1, 2, 3 going. 1, 2, 3. Go for the kick. If we don't get that, we're going to toss her, kick her down again. Throw her around, and get ready for the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Kick, throw, repost. 1, 2, 3. Kick, throw, repost. 1, 2, 3. Kick, throw. And if you miss it, I gouge her. Do it again. And again and again and again. Rinse and repeat. 1, 2, 3. Going for the kick. Sweeper. That would be the CEO. We're still at 20. Now, excuse me. It's on to Yang. Now, for the first phase of this boss, I think it's best to go in with a weapon and just block a lot of his shit, because it does damage, and it does pretty decent damage over the course of time of you blocking. So if we go and check our stats right now, our structure reserve is up 2. We're going to put that at 3. There's an easy shrine to get in the sanctuary that we can use. Right before Yang's fight. Now you can die 1 or 2 times on this run at the end. But if you want that trophy to beat the game under 25, this is the way to do it. This boss is probably the most difficult boss out of all of them. The rest of them are very, very easy, very much so light work. Alright.
Greetings. Can I help you, sir?
We could get the shrine to the left of us if we really wanted to, but we're not going to. We're just trying to go for the under 25. Run by the big boy. Run by big boy. Get the free kill. Pick this up. Go over to this guy immediately. Pick this weapon up for this asshole. Such a badass kill. Bait this guy, let him run right up to you, stab him.
What's the matter?
Alright. We wasted a lot of that. We're gonna kick this guy out. And we're really gonna try not to die by this guy.
Damn, you're fast.
Okay. We really want to go into this fight with a weapon. We really want the bow staff for Yang. Okay. So we have some focus regain here. That was for more or less the other bosses. No point in any of that. Go right to structure reserve. I'm gonna go in. Now he's got a series of attacks he does. It's super important that you catch him. If you get him in this red phase, it's really good. And delay your attacks for Yang. He starts to pick up on all this stuff really quickly. His little slide backs and step backs.
Do better. Try harder.
If he just stands there too long, bait him. And he'll just keep coming in. And we want to keep baiting that side step. Don't get greedy. You can get 1 or 2 hits on him.
8 years.
Challenge him. Back up. He will start to get very, very aggressive in the second part. Right now he's just being all, oh, I'm a kung fu master. The jump backs, always be aware of those jump backs. Challenge him. He's going to come forward and kick all the time. Okay, that's Yang's first stage. The next stage that comes in, Yang always has a 1-2 that he does. And if he doesn't do the 1-2, he's doing something else. It's super important to pick up on these reads. So he comes in, he goes 1, 2, see? And that's your opening. That's always going to be your opening for a repost or something. Now here he comes again, 1, 2. That's what I'm talking about. Now when your posture gets really high like this, just dash canceling all the way across can work really well as long as you avoid the corners. So he's going to come in 1, and you want to get the fuck away from him. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's when you can hit him. 1, 2. Now he's coming for a power attack. You want to fuck off for that, because you can dodge it, but it's very difficult. 1, 2. I'm not doing sufficient damage for his blocks. Now you can engage Yang if you really want to, but just be ready for a mixture of different fucking attacks. A barrage. One. See, it's always something. If it's not a 1-2, it's always something different. We're gonna keep going for raining strikes all day too. One. Oh, that's big damage. When you ring his bell like that, that's big damage. Now he's doing a power attack, so you want to fuck right off, reverse the camera and get away from the corners. He's coming in again. If you just avoid the shit out of this, you can do good. Always repost if you can. That one still catches me to this day. So he's on my ass really hard right now. So I'm just going to keep avoiding the shit out of him. Let's try and get a 1-2 out of it. One, two, 1, 2. Repost around from him. Get a little bit of posture back. 1. One, 2, 1, 2. And that's good. You can die on this. It's fine. The run is virtually safe. You're good to take at least 1 death from Yang. So all we're going to do is keep going for our flow of motion. We're going to keep going for baiting those 1-2s and backing the hell away from those. Just to not risk it, because we want to get that achievement. We're going to back right. We're going to get hit with 1. And the posture will break. So we're just going to keep dash canceling the fuck away from him. Gain a little posture. Let him walk you down. Fuck off the minute he starts doing some annoying shit. He's going to react to you dash canceling too. So it's very important you keep dash canceling away and stay out of the corners when you do this. Now there is an opening there for him, but the dodge is super annoying to hit. I'll show you. See, you can dodge it, but it is very difficult and it does a lot of damage to you if you don't hit it right. As you can see, we're chipping away at him, but he's chipping away at us good. Real good too, just from blocking. I didn't have a choice but to go there. There's nowhere to run. Sometimes you don't have a choice with Yang but to have to run. And sometimes you have to dodge. When he does these crazy attacks, you have to dodge. And that's how you beat the game under 25. We only died once. We played it a little smarter. We could have went through deathless. But you see the 1-2 and what I'm talking about for Yang. We obviously get the bad ending. That's how you beat Sifu. That's how you get the trophy. Follow those steps and instructions, and it take you maybe about an hour. You know, if you get those moves, you can do it in one run through. If you just, you know, don't die to the point of your 70, or just try to stay under 25 the best that you can. The run through the game, the full game is obviously going to run you some hours, and you're going to have to go in very skillfully and avoid and not die.
He can break him. His hands go out like lightning, and the other doesn't want to fight anymore.
That's it, guys. It's pretty much it. If anybody watches this and it helps them out, I'm glad that it did. Follow the simple steps and instructions, and you'll be able to beat Sifu. Really, really quite a fun game. Really good job on the developer's part. I love the Pac-Man fighting style. Everything is done so beautiful. I'll do another run, and I'll make it a deathless run. I've done a couple of those, but I've always died to Yang at least once. So I'll do a deathless run, and I'll try to do it with this all spare endings and show you how to do it in under 30 minutes. But I'll leave it on this note, on a badass outro of him doing Kung Fu. Yeah, show him something, Sifu. Put it down. Yes, sir. Respect, man. Alright, peoples. I hope whoever watches has a great day or night. Please tune in more for more Sifu action. Any questions, just hit me on my Twitch. Thanks for watching.